English cottage interiors and vintage decor. The secret to a warm, inviting springtime kitchen. Hey there, lovely friends. I'm Emma, and welcome back to Decor, where we explore all things beautiful, cozy, and inspiring in the world of home design. Today, I want to take you on a journey into the heart of a charming English cottage kitchen, one that radiates warmth, nostalgia, and the perfect touch of vintage elegance. There's something truly magical about English cottage interiors that make a home feel like a storybook retreat. And when you blend in a touch of vintage decor, you create a space that feels both timeless and welcoming. With springtime just around the corner, there's no better time to refresh your kitchen with a cozy lived-in charm that makes every cup of tea feel like a comforting embrace. So let's take a deep breath, step into this charming aesthetic, and unlock the secrets to a warm, inviting springtime kitchen together. Imagine walking into a kitchen where the morning sunlight spills through a lace-trimmed window, casting delicate patterns onto a well-worn farmhouse table. The air carries the faint scent of fresh herbs from a ceramic pot sitting on the windowsill, and the soft ticking of a vintage clock blends harmoniously with the gentle hum of the kettle. English cottage interiors thrive on these simple yet meaningful details, an effortless layering of textures, colors, and objects that tell a story of comfort and tradition. This style is not about chasing trends, but embracing the imperfect beauty of well-loved pieces. Whether it's an antique wooden hutch filled with mismatched china, or a hand-sewn floral curtain swaying in the breeze, each element brings a sense of nostalgia and personal history to the space. key ingredient to achieving a vintage-inspired English cottage kitchen is selecting the right color palette. Unlike modern designs that favor stark whites and sleek surfaces, an authentic cottage kitchen welcomes soft, muted hues that feel as if they've aged gracefully over time. Think buttery creams, dusky pinks, powdery blues, and sage greens, shades that evoke the rolling countryside in the spring. Distressed wooden cabinets, painted in chalky pastels, add to the charm, while floral patterned wallpapers or hand-painted tiles create a sense of whimsy. These subtle, time-worn colors make the space feel cozy and intimate, as if it has been lovingly curated over generations rather than designed overnight. When it comes to furniture, forget mass-produced perfection. An English cottage kitchen is all about pieces with character. A well-loved wooden table with a slightly uneven surface, a set of chairs that don't quite match, but somehow belong together, and a freestanding cupboard with delicate porcelain knobs. Vintage markets and thrift shops are treasure troves for these one-of-a-kind finds. And restoring an old piece of furniture with a fresh coat of milk paint can instantly breathe new life into your space. The key is to let your kitchen feel unfussy yet functional, where every piece has a purpose and a story to tell. Of course, no cottage-style kitchen would be complete without the warmth of handcrafted textiles and rustic details. Picture a cozy gingham tablecloth draped over a farmhouse table, linen tea towels neatly stacked on an open shelf, or a crocheted doily placed under a vase of freshly picked wildflowers. Hand-sewn seat cushions on wooden chairs add an extra layer of softness, while an old-fashioned apron hanging by the door completes the vintage charm. These small but meaningful touches bring a sense of nostalgia and homeliness, making your kitchen feel like the heart of the home, a place where stories are shared over warm scones and cups of fragrant tea. Speaking of tea, let's talk about vintage kitchenware and charming accessories. The joy of an English cottage kitchen lies in its ability to feel both practical and delightfully decorative. Open shelving lined with blue and white china, delicate floral teacups stacked beside a rustic wooden bread box, and glass jars filled with baking essentials. All of these elements create a kitchen that looks like it belongs in a Jane Austen novel. Copper pots and pans hanging from a wrought iron rack add an old-world charm, while a traditional aga cooker instantly becomes the heart of the space. And let's not forget about fresh flowers and herbs. A pitcher of daisies on the windowsill, or a bundle of lavender tied with twine brings an effortless, organic beauty to the kitchen. To truly embrace the spirit of an English cottage interior, you must allow a sense of imperfect beauty to shine through. Unlike modern kitchens that often feel sterile and uniform, a cottage kitchen is meant to feel layered, personal, and slightly worn in. scratches on a wooden countertop, a slightly chipped teapot, or a hand-stitched curtain with a few uneven stitches. These are not flaws but rather signs of a well-loved, well-lived-in home. This approach to design creates a space that feels lived in rather than staged, where every little imperfection adds to the warmth and charm. As springtime approaches, there's no better time to breathe fresh life into your kitchen with seasonal decor and thoughtful details. Swap out heavy winter textiles for lighter fabrics, introduce pastel ceramics, and place a bowl of fresh lemons or a bouquet of daffodils on your table. Adding a touch of seasonal charm doesn't have to be complicated. A simple embroidered tea towel, a new vintage floral print above the sink, or a woven basket filled with farm-fresh eggs can instantly give your kitchen that fresh, welcoming feel of spring. The beauty of English cottage interiors and vintage decor is that they remind us to slow down and appreciate the simple joys of home. It's about creating a space that is more than just functional. It's a place that holds memories, tells stories, and offers comfort at every turn. Whether you live in a countryside cottage or a city apartment, embracing this warm, nostalgic aesthetic can transform your kitchen into a retreat that feels timeless and inviting. So, as you plan your springtime refresh, remember that the secret to a warm, inviting kitchen lies in its details, soft colors, vintage charm, and a touch of handmade warmth. Let your space feel like an extension of your personality, where every cup of tea and homemade loaf of bread becomes part of a cherished tradition. I hope this journey through English cottage interiors has inspired you to bring a little bit of that magic into your own home. Thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to subscribe to Decor for more heartwarming home inspirations. Until next time, happy decorating!